Welcome back. It's been a while, and let's just start with one of the best movies of 2019, What Men Want. Hello, and welcome to Clark Addison Reviews Entertainment. My name is Clark. I review entertainment. Shocker. Check out my new accessories. It was my birthday, and it took a little hiatus. Got some new stuff, new swag. But let's go right into this movie, What Men Want. This movie came out at the very beginning of the year. This stars Miss Henson as our lead character, Allie. It has Max Grenfield or Schmidt, and a couple other people: Tracy Morgan, Shaquille O'Neal, Adam Silver, Carl Anthony Towns. Just a bunch of random hodgepodge amount of people, people acting for different characters, and then people being their real life selves, but exaggerated a little bit. Like obviously, if you saw the commercials, Shaq doesn't really act that way, I assume, at least the way that he's presented on TV and elsewhere in interviews. I don't think he acts like the way he does in the poker scene. But anyway, as you can tell, it's star-studded, but none of it really meshes together. Our main character, Allie, has lots of flaws, and they're never really pointed out excessively and worked on. You know, a movie might have a main character that there's a bunch of flaws, but throughout the movie they learn to grow. They learn to, oh, like, I'm this way to people, and I should be better about this. You know, it just doesn't happen, and so the entire movie we're trying to root for her, but it doesn't really give you much rooting to do for, if that makes sense. As in, you just don't like her. You kind of don't like her than most of the film. She has no redeeming qualities throughout the entire film until the very end. She's using people to get what they want. And yeah, the whole premise of the film is ridiculous, that a person can read people's thoughts, but only men's thoughts. But even then, she still uses them, all the thoughts, as in uses all of them as her and to her own advantage. You know, misplacing trust, going into people's thoughts where she shouldn't. Yeah, she doesn't have a choice technically. If she's in the room with a man or out and about in the city street and she could see them, she could hear their thoughts, so she doesn't kind of have a choice. But at the same time, I thought it'd been funny if, as she's growing in the film, she has an assistant that's a male, and if she was growing through the film like the film tries to make us believe, then maybe throughout the film, every time he went into her office, they could do like this little curtain kind of thing where it would block him so she couldn't read his thoughts, and they could just have a genuine conversation. But only that would happen after she learned her lesson, when he kept on like, get out of my head, get out of my head. Only then she'd grow and be like, oh wow, this is like invading your privacy and I respect you. But that doesn't happen, because with only like 20 minutes left, she just like tells him to down and just berates him in front of hundreds of people. So she doesn't care about him at all, even though we're supposed to lead to believe that she does. And it's just a lot of problems. I know it's supposed to be a comedy and I should just get over it and that it's fine, but in a world where we can get really, really, really good comedies with great stories about love and growing, it makes movies like these stand out a little bit more. Sure, if this was 10 years ago, great film, I wouldn't have much complaints, but now that we all have gone through and seen so many different types of films that do comedy and emotions and blends them together really well. Because we have that, it's hard to watch movies like this. It's not worth your money to go see it in theaters. It might be worth a Redbox because there are some funny scenes. I will admit, I laughed a couple times. But for the most part, it's just cringeworthy, and you can see where it's going a mile away. And some characters, like Tracy Morgan's character, are just annoying after a while. And then there's another character that her entire trope is, oh, I'm a Christian, it's God's way. And like, it's made to be funny, but it's one of the main instances, and there's multiple, this is just the main one, where a character's made and their trope, their punchline, is used again and again and again and again, and it's not funny. It might have been funny the first time, but then you kept on going, you kept on digging, you kept on going, hoping to strike gold, but you didn't. You barely did the first time, and it just keeps on going. There's multiple instances of that throughout the film, and oh my gosh, it's just a mess. People did try, other people didn't, and you could tell. and holy crap, I'm glad I don't have to ever see that movie again. 2 out of 10, maybe worth $1. That's what it's worth. Barely worth your time, that's what I'm saying. If you had any interest, yeah, sure, go see it. It could be a cool, cheap date night if you go during the matinee. But just don't pay full price. Don't go into a dining theater. It's not worth the romanticness of like a date, or it's definitely not worth a friend date. You can go see a funnier movie at home by their means than you can go see this film in theaters. Like I said, maybe Redbox, but only after like a bottle of wine or two. That's it for me, guys. I'm glad I'm back. You'll be seeing more stuff throughout the year as this endeavor continues. But I'd just like to say thank you for watching. And if you really like the video, hit that like button, wherever that's at, or hit that subscribe button. That really helps me. Or just tell your friends and family about this. This is what really grows the channel, and that what really is most appreciative to me was when you can recommend this to someone. Be like, hey, I learned something. Let's not go see this because I learned it from this guy. Some random guy on the internet. That's the best thing you could do for this channel. As always, though, my name is Clark. I review entertainment because I care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.